All right, hello. My name is Kayla King. I'm a senior at Florida Agricultural and Mechanical University, and I'm working on the Justice Impact Project. I absolutely adored this project. It was so much fun to work on. I just loved everything about it, and I'm so super happy that I was able to work on this project and gain such a deep and in-depth understanding of the justice system. The agenda is short today. Essentially, we have hit a dilemma where it has been very easy to uh, gather 50 companies and their contact information, but it has been challenging to gather 50 emails. So, this project is going to offer some ideas and solutions to getting those 50 emails because, I approached this project with gusto, quickly realized that this project for the email portion is going to require a little bit more a different strategy. So I will share that in this today. So this is an overview of the project and everything that's required of me. And so I believe apart from the emails, everything has been gathered. I'll read the middle portion. Your task will be to devise or create a creative multi-model, multifaceted approach that can be implemented simultaneously to rigorously solve for the organizational challenges. Emails of individuals that are impacted by the justice or their families that are 18 above who are ready to take any of the courses we offer in the five pathways. Groups, communities, or businesses that work with the justice impacted community that are willing to share this community with their community members. And so I did that. So I'll attach that PDF to this PowerPoint so that you can have a copy of those companies that I found that are willing to work with um, men and women who have previously been incarcerated. Okay, so this is the project. We have to figure out how to approach gathering 50 emails because right now we don't have those 50 emails, and it's we need to come up with a plan. So I created these different phases. So there are four phases, and there are four scopes, and then four deliverables for each of those phases. So there's phase one, two, three, and four. Phase one, build a strong strategy. And that's where we are again regarding this email portion, strategizing to get those emails. So I decided that the best way to approach that particular subject would be to start Facebook groups and then to invite people to join those Facebook groups or to add people that have been impacted by the justice system to those Facebook groups. There are so many groups on Facebook that are geared towards um, those people who have been previously incarcerated and who are incarcerated. And so I thought, well, this would be a wonderful opportunity to get the message out there. The second option was advertisement. Advertisement through Facebook, through social media, through TikTok, those types of things can be really beneficial, and I think that approach would be really helpful too. I'm not sure if this company has a TikTok or a form of social media, but TikTok is a really easy and great way to just get so much information out there. And I have over almost 2,000 TikTok followers, and so I was thinking that would be a good approach as well. Taking a little bit of my platform, which is very small, but using it to create a plan to help other to gather those documentations. And then there's phase two, which is design. So that's creating email templates, creating those Facebook groups, and then also searching for those prospective clients that are idea for what we're looking for. Uh, Creating a survey isn't really the problem as much as actually coming up with a way to implement these issues. So, in implementing and collecting the surveys, so in collecting the information that we need. So, phase three is action, and that says simply now begin to advertise and collect people for the project. So, sending email templates to those companies on the list. Um, Allowing them time to respond, and then also sending emails to those people on the list and just sort of doing what we can. How long will this last? This phase three, which would be the part that would be idea. I think it all depends on how well phase one and phase two are set up. So if a good strategy is built, if those Facebook groups are really buzzing and booming and full of life, then we are going to land in a really good spot for phase three. If not, then we aren't going to, and that's just that's a that's a unfortunate kind of situation. So the idea would be that phase one, two, and three go really well, so that um, phase four is perfect, which would be we would have 50 emails that are just solid and good emails to use. So those are the phases broken down, and uh, now I'll move on to Facebook groups. So Facebook groups are basically a place where users can join as members and engage with each other frequently. And I'm part of, I think, over 15 groups right now on my social media page. And I love those groups because I learn so much about things that I'm interested in. One group I'm in right now, it's a photography group because I love photography. And I've been in that group for many, many years. And it has been so informative. When I'm in those groups, there are flyers, there are there's a lot of information being passed around, but it's delivered in a way that's so intriguing, that's so engaging. You could definitely tell that that particular person who created the group understood the ideal person that they were trying to reach, and I'm that ideal person. And so I love being inside those groups. I think those groups are absolutely incredible, and Facebook is a wonderful way to approach this idea of Facebook groups, at least, of it's a wonderful way to approach gathering those documentations and gathering those emails. And so, um, you know, typically, if it was a huge security issue, um, you probably wouldn't go this route. But this information is not necessarily confidential. But we do want to make sure that when we gather those documents, that everything is, or when we gather people, that it's done in a way that also protects them, protects their identity, and and gives them a space to feel safe and to feel like they can share their contact information. So there's going to have to be a little bit of courting in this if we're going to get those emails. I think it has to be a relationship where we are really trying to send a message that we want we need those. We're trying to help you. Because it really seems like if we don't do that at all, there's not. And I reached out to one woman particularly in one group because I wanted to test it, and she had reached back out to me and said, I'm sorry, like I'm just so overwhelmed with my life right now, and she had gotten out of the system. She was looking for it. She needed that, but she also had a million other things that was going on naturally. Having had just gotten out, where she was just like, that is not I can't. That's not my focus right now. I know that is coming. Like I absolutely need to gather those email. I mean, I need to start gaining skills, but the emotional part of like leaving a really intense situation and your brain's all over the place, you're not necessarily thinking, let me go and do this so I can um, you know get back to work. It all feels very bleak. So I think maybe trying to express to people, listen, like we understand that you've left a really intense situation, and we understand that you may be overwhelmed, but we want to help you with all parts of that. We want to help you get back on your feet. We want to help pass these skills along to you. We want to help you grow in a positive direction. And so, if there's some sort of flyer or messaging that we can do to get that, I think that would be a really awesome approach to this. Okay, and so this is what I came up with this idea. I've said it previously in a separate um, PowerPoint, but trying to loosen up our approach to gathering emails. I had to Google and some research, really go deep into figuring out how do people get these emails. It's a lot more challenging than just being on an email list. um, it really requires that you have to really think about your ideal client and where they are and what they'll do and who and what they'll be. And so I said, offering incentives or by, like I said earlier, engaging attractively with customers. And so by incentives, it just means a referral program. So we get that one person in the door. We say, hey, listen, we've done such a good job with you. We love working with you. We'll give you, I don't know, some sort of incentive. If you bring a buddy with you next time, that kind of mentality can be really beneficial into um, helping gain um, gain traction. Okay, so this part was, it's all optional, but I thought this would be a really good part to discuss. This is the project timeline. So I, when I first started this project, in our first meeting, it was mentioned that this project would be potentially could become something that's long term. And I was thinking, well, I'm not sure if the email portion was a part of that long term, but I really was thinking that we could approach the email situation with at a slower pace. So I broke it down from April to August. Gathering 50 emails is quite a lot. That's okay. But if we break it down, it won't be as challenging. So over for April, I was thinking, okay, we can create a Facebook group. We can find 10 people, okay, and pursue those people and get 10 emails. And then for the month of April, we've gathered 10 emails. We can go ahead and get those 10 people started on the PowerPoint. And then for May, 10 emails. And then if we keep attacking it 5 times, I mean, obviously that's 50, we'll be able to have those emails and to have 50 people that can benefit from this. Working at it and approaching it in smaller batches can help us create better quality inside of it. So obviously, I just need to provide the emails, but this is a good approach to gather those email documentations. Okay, and so I did list potential risk. Obviously, a risk not meeting the required quota for each month. It, the month is coming up. We don't have 10. That's a problem. That's the issue. Two, um, emails are not appropriate, are not working, meaning that they're not engaging the way that they should with clients. So we have to sculpt a really good email or a really good advertisement approach. A lot of emails are sent, and then groups don't engage enough, which obviously would not be very beneficial for us if the groups are not engaging. All right, and that really concludes basically my idea for approaching the second part of this project. I do have the 50 companies. I'm going to link that in an email, and so that you can have that list of companies that you could reach out to and that you can send your information to. Um, and if you need me to, if it's needed for me to send that email out to those companies, I also don't mind doing that as well. Um, but I wanted to just end this project by saying thank you for this opportunity. It's a little bit underwhelming because I anticipated having those 50 emails for you, but I hope that you found something useful and that you've gained something out of this. So thank you again, and uh, see you later.